Hello and welcome to Session 3 of my Pillars of Eternity Triple Crown attempt. Last time we collected a bunch of quests in Gilded Vale and then put together a party, well, most of a party. We're only at 5 members, as we can't get a 6th until progressing the main quest a little bit. Or I suppose I could buy one at the bar, but I find those randomly generated ones or whatever to be quite uninteresting to use. I don't think I'll struggle so much that I need to do that. We'll head all the way back up to the Vale Wood to clear that out as one of the easiest areas remaining. Wolves aren't likely to kill me, but they can do a lot of damage if you don't approach things reasonably carefully. But that's good. The adult's beating on Adar, and that's most of what we want. Wouldn't mind if it was beating on Nanook instead, since he doesn't have health. Like that the pathfinding implies he's going to try to go all the way around. Oh, there it goes.
Following your lead. Let's end this!
What?
How may I help?
What?
Well, looks like that wolf's gonna try and go all the way around. Interesting the way the turn-based works, where if you don't take an action and only move, you get your next turn back very quickly, which often means situations like that where it gets 2 turns in a row. Oh, I don't think I'd ever tried using wounding shots with dual wielding before. Apparently it only attacks the once. That's good to know. Yeah, just primary attack, not what's it called? Full attack, I guess, would be if it uses both.
What? Let's burn this away!
Still basically dead.
Hey. Foray this!
Oh?
We like to put a little bit of distance with Chie between the things she's shooting if it's safe to do so, because elves gets +5 accuracy, I think it is, when they're not in melee. I think it's when they're 5 meters away. Or
These
more.
are in for a walloping!
Following your lead. Roak 10!
He's gonna get anywhere he can actually hit them.
What? Hey. Yeah! What? Let's burn this away!
Clean fight.
What have we
Nice
here?
and quiet.
These loot sites like this one often have randomized gear, and this is definitely one of the less desirable things that could have dropped. Generally just try to avoid disengagement attacks, but better than wearing literally nothing. The main piece of loot in this whole map is the Dexterity +2 gloves. Quite nice. Gives reduces our initiative, which translates into into more turns per round. think at 6, you're technically getting fewer than 1 turn per round. Below that, you're just barely getting 1 per round, and PA should be getting about 1.5, a little less than 1.5 per round. If I understand the turn base correctly, which I may well not, because it is really hard to find accurate information on it.
Sharp eyes and keen ears. Yes.
How may I help?
Let's have it out! What? Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
And here's the cook from the inn we were asked to rescue. The young dwarf tending the stew looks up startled. Sees you approach. He drops his ladle, battering stew across the ground. What? Get her, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help, please. Ah!
Wayface, Elmes, Metu.
Aye?
Alright. Still keep expecting to be able to see the radius when I select somebody. Never gonna get used to that. Well, this could easily take like 100 hours to win, so maybe I'll get used to it eventually, but...
Yes?
Game can be weirdly picky about whether or not you get flank bonuses. Really feels like that bandit in the back should be flanked by Nanook and Kanna, but he is not. Doesn't look like there's anything particularly special. I'm gonna actually grab this small shield. Use that instead of dual-wielding axes, I think. Keep the extra axe just in case I change my mind, but seeing as I don't get double attacks with Scald again, wounding shot, might as well use a shield.
Well met, friend.
By the flame, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. Did Pasca send you? She must be beside herself. I must get back at once, but listen, the next time you're in Gilded Vale, make sure to drop by the Black Hound. I'll let her know what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. Always nice to help. Of course, the only really scary fight here is the bear that was mentioned earlier by the fellow who had been standing by that tent down there.
Wayface, Elmes, Metu.
Hey.
Wayface, Elmes, Metu.
I shall be discreet.
Finish them!
Aye?
100, yeah. Gives you details here. I was not sure if expert mode would. It makes, honestly, very little sense if it's going to show me things like their accuracy, and I assume, yeah, and their deflection and defense is here. It doesn't give me my accuracy estimate in the top left like it would without expert mode, but like, I can just go to that page and calculate it. Baffling to deny the player the information as a form of expertise. Not even denied, it was straight up denying the information. That would make sense. It's that it just makes it less easily accessed. Very strange design decision.
Light,
Now here's something.
flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Like, we're done everything in here other than the bear in this here cave.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Very good chance at least one of my members goes down here, but
Yes.
see how things go. Barely injured. I got a good interrupt there. I know crit for 42. Wow, that's a lot. For this point in the game. Excellent. One danger is starting a fight in stealth like that is sometimes they just kind of go around the hidden people to attack the only unhidden person, Chie. But if they get close enough to a hidden person, it will reveal them, and they'll often decide to attack that person instead, which is precisely what I wanted, but is definitely not a reliable thing to expect all of the time, unfortunately. Good. Here, what's this thing called? Armor of Faith. Increase the damage reduction. Hey, how much? +4, yeah. Definitely one of the best level 1 spells, I feel. That and the one that just increases accuracy, though in turn-based mode it's often hard to use because it frequently goes off after the enemies get turned, and they're very good at interrupting Durance while he's charging a spell.
Yes?
I'm kind of worried about this here bear charging straight into Chie and just one-shotting her, so I'm just going to leave Canna standing there. Perfect, that's exactly, well, almost exactly what we wanted. We would have loved for him to do less than 62 damage. Jeez, almost one-shot Nanook. Nanook only has 31 defense, that makes sense. It's a shame that, as far as I can tell, the only way to tell Nanook's stats is to look at the combat log and infer it when people attack him, but I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
For Takoa!
Yes?
Yeah, I don't think he gets another turn regardless, so debating casting an actual spell that uses a charge. I'm too stingy with those and save them way more than I need to or should. It frequently causes problems in these sorts of games for me, especially when I play the multiplayer with a friend of mine who is much more willing to just rest constantly whenever sensible, really, whereas I usually try to push not resting as long as possible.
Deal with this one.
Not even out of any sort of intent, it's just what feels intuitive to me.
Shadows.
A figure drifts, suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. You reach a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck by a blow, head reeling as you tumble, helplessly, into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know, suddenly, that you have come a long way from the Vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder, echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. See a glint of steel, and there is a sudden terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed and crimson to match his cloak. Then there is a great, dark shape above you, and then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the specter lingers in the span of energy between you both. Feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. I met him on the road, your friend. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him, and see that he answers for what he's done to you. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exaltation, growing fainter and fainter until you are alone once more.
Are you feeling unwell? You were behaving a little oddly.
Well, I'm a watcher. A true speaker for the dead. I never thought I'd meet one in the flesh. Do you know of any cure? I'm sorry, but no. All the stories I've heard focus on the ability itself. Watchers are just as often regarded as events in some cultures. Well, it just happens from time to time. You bear it well, but I wonder if it wouldn't be best to have someone take a look at you. There must be some way to diminish the effects. Let us move on. Can I leave the map up here? Yes, excellent. Well, done with the Valewood, on to the Eastern Wood, another fairly small and uneventful zone that we can collect a bit of loot from. Nice to get up a level sometime soon, too. The footsteps sound effect in this game is a little much. Really kind of ruins the atmosphere the music is trying to create sometimes. This cursor glitch has existed for as long as I've ever played this game, where sometimes it just shows the wrong thing. Like, it's still showing the armor ability from Durance, even though I'm currently trying to cast the wounding shot ability. I don't know if it just only happens to me, or if everyone's aware of it and they just can't be bothered to fix it.
These ones are in for a walloping!
What?
Oh, I thought for sure the other skeletons up there would have been drawn into that fight.
Sharp eyes and keen ears. Spot on!
Oh, interesting that the bear does pierce damage. Another thing I did not know. I would have guessed slash. Or possibly slash pierce, whichever is better.
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this one.
He still has that bug where his shield isn't shown. I thought for sure reloading the game would have fixed it, but apparently not.
Yes? These ones are in for a walloping! Hey.
Let's try something. I've never been clear, or maybe I've probably figured it out at some point in my life and then forgotten, but not clear if wearing a shield decreases his accuracy with spells and spell-like ability. Is gonna give it a shot for a fight or two and see. Shields give a small penalty to accuracy if it wasn't obvious by what I was just saying, and in the unlikely event anybody watches this that doesn't know, I have absolutely no idea who my audience for this is, or if they will ever exist. Another Stalker's Torque. Well, that's useless. I got the one Ranger, at least for now. Stalker's Link damage, and I'm not even sure I have Stalker's Link. I think that's a talent you have to select, so I don't know if it affects anything if you don't have the talent. Maybe it can tell me, where did the nuke last deal damage? It's for 5. 20 minus DR, yeah, it doesn't tell me. It just does it hit for 20.6. How or why, I don't know. What else did we get? We got a crossbow. Should I? Yeah, nah, I'm not going to bother with that for my protagonist. I don't think I want it on Aelos, since I generally want him to get turns quickly. Yeah, sure. Hadar can have it for the rare event that he uses ranged attacks. Well, mostly be if he gets stuck behind everybody in a doorway or other sort of narrow passage. Always good to have a ranged option on everybody if possible. And if I have a bad habit of not using them even when I should, mostly out of fear of forgetting to switch back to the melee and then having them charge into melee with a bow equipped. Which I have certainly done numerous times. Exploring these random wilderness areas like this is I think the closest I've ever come to feeling like I'm playing Baldur's Gate 1 in any other game, and I quite like Baldur's Gate 1. I seem to be one of the only people out there who prefers it to 2.
Yes.
Similarly, it's probably why I'm one of the only people out there that prefers Pillars of Eternity 1 to 2, is it has a bit more of that feel of exploration. I mean, even though the boating stuff in 2 was pretty much designed to create that feeling, it didn't work for me quite as well.
What?
That is always satisfying. You just wipe them all out like that. It's a shame Durance has, was it roughly 0 dexterity? Was it 9 or something? Yeah, 9 dexterity, so he pretty much always sequences late. He's only even getting as early as he is because he's currently basically not wearing armor. He starts with a magic robe. It counts as light armor, I think. Yeah, a light armor. Padded armor or whatever. Rough equivalent. Oh, and I forgot to even check with Aeloth. His accuracy. Let's see. Accuracy of 41.
Aye?
This. Accuracy plus 10. And the 8. 41. That doesn't make sense. If I were to ignore this shield, he should have been at 42. Oh, he's also an elf. He was probably getting the distance benefit. That makes sense if it was -4, put him at 24, plus 10, 34, plus 5. No, that'd be 39. And if it wasn't counting the shield, then it would be even higher. 46-ish or something. No, 47, somewhere thereabouts. So still, no idea. Need to pay closer attention and figure out. 41, are they all 41? Yeah. 41. says if I hover here, yeah, accuracy 41, but it doesn't tell me what makes up that accuracy. It just says it gives plus 10 accuracy off of his base. Let's see here. His accuracy, if I switch to something. Yeah, 32. Bizarre. Is one accuracy off of the numbers making sense. Maybe there's a weird
Certainly.
rounding error in how they are listed in the combat log. That would be nice, as it would explain what's going on, but don't know. Seems unlikely. I don't know if accuracy is even... Oh, uses floating points. I would assume it's all integer values. Because on Ed or A, he's going to take a lot of damage. They're going to surround him because he's the only one not stealthed. Oh, there we go. They can distribute a bit on Canna as well.
Yes.
Yes?
So once again... No, now it says 41. Interesting. Why is it now 41? Oh, it always said 41. I just don't understand why it says 41. That's right. Absolutely baffling. 20 plus 6 plus 4 is 30, plus 2 is 32. 32 plus the 10 innate from Arcane is obviously 42. I can do basic arithmetic sometimes, but numbers here just don't make sense. Fascinating.
Yes. Spot on.
What?
Either way, it doesn't appear matter that he's using a shield for it, so that's good. That's what I was originally trying to figure out. If I'd like for the numbers to make sense regardless. Oh great, I'm just stuck. Weird angle of entry.
Aye?
What?
These spiders do an enormous amount of damage if they can manage to all attack the same person. So I very much don't want to let that happen where I can avoid it.
Hey.
Or if it is going to happen, I'd rather have it happen to Edar, Anna, or Nanook.
Following your lead. For Takoa!
What?
Aye?
And that's 46, so that's the 41 plus the 5 from distance benefit from being a
Following
wood
your
elf,
lead.
I guess.
Certainly.
Numbers still don't make full sense, though. Could be 47.
Hello? Hello?
Hmm? Oh?
How may I help?
What? If it makes you rest easier.
Hey.
Yes. Yes. Spot on.
Aye?
What?
Hey.
Oh, nice. Not expecting it to just die there. Nothing at the top of this map.
Gods keep you.
Hold, madam, but a moment. Appears to be favoring his left leg as he walks, and there's a dark stain upon the fabric of his trousers under the knee. Even so, he greets you with a polite bow. I do not know your purpose in traveling this road, friend, but I would warn you against it. He gestures up the path with a sweep of his arm. For the keep beyond belongs to that tyrant which calls himself the Lord of Gilded Vale. Like many tyrants, he has surrounded himself with stronger men and women for fear of retribution. So you are warned. If you would press on despite that, however, I wonder if we might not help one another. What is it you want me to do? It is a grim task that I ask of you, but I assure you there is no other option. Lord Raedric must be stopped. Too long has Gilded Vale suffered under Raedric's madness. He would cure Waidwin's legacy by ensuring that there are none alive in the village to be afflicted. Here his own wife, Ygritte, may be at risk. Man has no mercy in him. We have not stood idle. My people and I breached the defenses, intent on ending Raedric's rule ourselves. We entered through the sewers under the cover of night, but we were routed. Face darkens. There are dark creatures down there in the dungeons, the work of Raedric's Animancer. Falls to you. Lord Raedric has called for further reinforcements, and soon there will be no stopping him. Our time grows short, and in this hour I must beg assistance where I can. Going to owe us more than some rubble-strewn plot of land after this. Fling him from the ramparts, or else cut his head from his shoulders. I care not. Once his throne lies empty, Gilded Vale will have the stewardship that it deserves. Who are you exactly? Only a man determined to see Gilded Vale restored to its former glory. There was a time, stranger, when Gilded Vale was worthy of its name. The crops gleamed like gold, and the village's people lived well. I don't know about the golden crops. There were less flies, anyway. And what has become of it now? Whatever has caused the blight upon our land, it is not the fault of its people. Raedric looks to punish us for our crimes, and we have not committed, and in turn he is blind to his own. I am not, and he will pay for what he has done. I swear it by the flame. I don't wish there was an option to be more undecided, but I guess I will find Raedric and deal with him. Then I commend you on your courage. Thank you for your assistance, but I would not send you onward without due warning. Raedric's hold is crawling with soldiers and sellswords, all loyal to Raedric, and they will not take kindly to intruders. In truth, they will be all the more alert for our failed efforts. A frontal assault would be unwise. If you would brave it, you could follow our steps and seek out the entrance to the sewers at the eastern edge of the moat. He looks away. But several of my men were captured. It may be the entrance has been found and sealed anew. Those men were under my command. I would be in your debt if you found some means of helping them. Once you make it inside, seek out my old friend Nedmar. He is the high priest Baratheon. He is the high priest Baratheon, now that the shining god has fallen. A good man, in difficult circumstances. He will listen to reason. Durance chortles, nearly choking out his own disdain. Shining god? He never shone so brightly as when the bomb took him. The moniker is obsolete now. Ash does not shine. Like if someone were to call you the attractive priest, Durance. Nedmar can help you reach Raedric, but he resides in the upper level of Raedric's hold, protected by guards and mercenaries. You'll have to keep to the shadows if you mean to reach him without alarming the entire keep. Thank you for the advice. I will make good use of it. I consider it a blessing from the gods that I have found someone that understands honor and duty. May Megran blind you to victory. May Megran bring you victory, friend. I wish you luck. Yes, indeed. Definitely won't be doing that anytime soon. I think when I first played this, I also lost one of my attempted runs. I think it was the furthest run that I got that I lost before I finished the game, but I lost there when I was, I say level 5, late level 5 or early level 6. Let's see, now that I've done all this, let's do Megran's Fork next.
Keeping an eye out.
Nice. That is why, well, these enemies anyways, are why I very much wanted that cap that makes one immune to confusion, because these can just really get away with you if they damn confusion on their own people.
Here's a lesson to be taught.
Keeping an eye out.
What, paladin? There, that one. Get that one. Not a friendly one, no.
Yes?
Pass anything. Resolve, no.
Hey.
Join arms!
That was an odd turn for that paladin.
Following your lead. Your
Nice.
here's a
Yes?
These are...
Oh?
That was a big hit.
Hey.
Leave it!
following your lead. Proactive.
I shall...
Finish them!
Nice.
Here's a lesson to be
Oh. Mail armor now is nice. I'm going to toss that on Durant. And... probably Claws. It's a tough decision. He comes with his own magic armor. I mean, Durant also has magic armor, but just +2 con and damage reduction. The con is nice, but it's just not enough DR. Only 3. Aloth's is 6. Much better, but this is 9, and I don't know. I find durability more valuable at this point in the game, or possibly all points of the game, than turns on most characters anyways. Everybody else is to be a tank except for Chie, who is supposed to go get as many turns as possible and do all of the damage. That's kind of the way I'm building this team. Definitely dangerous, since if we get into a fight where Chie gets killed, I'm very likely to have difficulty finishing other things off.
And
I'm sure it will happen occasionally.
Yes? Hey.
Oh?
Aye?
There's a lesson to be taught. Yeah! Let's end this!
Aye?
These uns are in for a walloping!
Yes.
Hey.
Leave it to me!
There's a lesson to be taught. Proactive!
Let us end this!
Often targeting the ones that are about to get a turn with her, because she has a high chance to interrupt and push them down the turn order a little bit. Might save me an attack here or there.
Yes?
Even though it kind of means I'm not focusing on
These
killing
ones
the
are in
weakened
for a
ones,
walloping!
which reduces their ability to get turns in a different way and might be wiser. It's hard to be sure which is the best approach.
Hey.
For Aethys!
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this one.
Finish them!
Alright, well, took a decent amount of damage there. Might as well rest up. Don't like... Bit of a waste. We don't really need it, but I happen to know there's some camping supplies in this hut, which is why I didn't bother to enter it earlier, because I'm already at the maximum capacity of 2.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
If anybody watching isn't aware of why I stealth in situations like that, it's because you can detect hidden things in this game with a role that's based on your mechanics, which is why I'm having my protagonist level mechanics. Well, one of the reasons it's also useful for disabling traps and opening locks. But stealthing gives you a large boost to the radius with which you can detect things through your mechanics. It's odd that it's mechanics. It feels like it should be perception, which I think it is in the sequel, though it has been a while since I've tried playing that. I do not know for sure. Hello there. Begging your pardon, but, you gave me a good fright. I thought I heard something rustling through the brush. Suppose it was just you. Silly of me. Don't suppose you happen to need some supplies? I thought I'd make my way over to Madmer Bridge, but I'm starting to think I'd be better off heading back to town and getting a few more folks together. Better safe than sorry, right? Say, did you hear something? We're getting attacked by more wolves.
Hey.
What? I'll let Margaret's fire bless this one. For Takoa!
Oof, missed completely. Really like the graze mechanic in this game, solely because it makes misses feel a lot less common, even if grazes themselves don't do very much. A nice little consolation prize when you roll poorly.
Hey.
What? Yes? Proactive!
Yes.
How may I help?
These uns are in for a walloping!
For Aethys! Let's burn this away!
Yes.
By every star in the sky, thank you! I've never seen these be so bold before. Strange times we're in. Here, take these. I'm headed back to Gilded Vale for certain, and you can make better use of them. I gained 3 potions. The regen. Nope, those are the instant ones. That's good. I don't remember how to split things. Yeah, double click. Of him using a dagger. Magical. Yeah, more wolves over here.
Hi? Hey.
Yes.
How may I help?
Let's burn this away!
Leave it to me!
Following your lead. For Takoa!
I shall deal with this one.
Spot on.
That's a good hit.
What? There's a lesson to be taught. Proactive!
These uns are in for a walloping!
Let us end this.
Always nice for Hannah's song to finish them off when they're weak like that. The reflection warps and twists in the live, gleaming Aedra. A fine poleaxe. If anybody wants to wield that. I don't like having shields on everybody. Indeed, I'd prefer to have Canna with a shield too. I wasn't thinking about the fact that he's got that, but didn't pick one up. Although I will give the poleaxe to him for now, just because it deals 2 different damage types. I prefer for the ability to get around damage reduction over having the S-Dock, which, I don't know, I should have looked at it closer. I think it deals more slightly damage. 23 to 33 versus 23 to 33, so. What's the S-Dock's gimmick that makes it? Oh, it has 5 DR bypass. Oh, I mean, better to just be able to use a damage type that they don't have as much DR in most circumstances. I mean, most things don't have flatly good against everything
Sharp
DR.
eyes and keen ears.
Alright, boars. I've definitely struggled with these in the past.
Yes.
Yes?
Moeth Ixiana.
Arthek Worthen Roth!
Fort Selmes Metu.
Nice, hit all of them with the blind.
Following your lead. Proactive. Yeah!
Yes? Aye?
Excellent.
Hey.
Yeah!
Interrupt
What?
might be just plain too
Let's
good in
burn
turn
this
based.
away. Following your lead.
Once you get the enemies down to very few of them, you can often just kind of interrupt definitely, and they never seem to get a turn. There might be some limiting factor on it I'm not aware of, but my limited experiences futzing around in the game since turn-based was added seem to indicate that that's the case, but then again, I've just not gotten very far, so maybe the harder enemies of the later game are resistant or immune to such interrupts. Certainly, I hope they're not completely immune, since one of Chie's strengths.
Keeping an eye out.
Yes. Let us end this!
Aye?
Oof. 45 and 28. That was a good couple of opening turns for her.
Hey.
What? Let's burn this away. Following your lead. Way Selmes Fortacoa.
Oh? Spot on!
How may I help?
Let's have it out!
Hey.
Francis!
I guess I spoke too soon, didn't fully unlock it. Oh, well, it died of damage over time on its turn anyways, but I was surprised it even got a turn. This piece of parchment is torn and flecked with blood and troll spittle. What little of it remains reads, "Worried he may have come to harm. Once I reach Defiance Bay, I will hire guards to take me back west in safety. See if we cannot find Fulvano. At present, I regret my eagerness to be away from Gilded Vale. It is very dark." The Fulvano's Amulet. +5 reflex, and bonus healing received. I'm not reading all that. Give that to Edar for the bonus healing, since I think that works with his basic regeneration ability that fighters start with, where they regenerate for the first few rounds of combat. Don't know how many rounds. Off to Anslag's Compass. Two villagers stand by one of the tide pools. They are breathing harshly, clearly winded, and look up nervously as you approach.
Hello.
You heard a fish, as we were, stranger. You want to avoid the compass proper. The dwarven woman points to the southeast. Her companion shakes his head. A lot of ships wind up spread across the rocks here, though we didn't think much of the wreckage until we heard something. A terrible noise. I thought maybe it was a survivor, but he wasn't alive, moving, but not truly alive. It was awful. What do you mean? What did you see? Corpses. Walking corpses. We don't want any part of it, whatever the cause. Might be we can find something in these tide pools, and then we're headed straight home. Okie dokie, farewell. Good tidings to you. Oh, wait! Did you hear that? And it's a Zorip. Oh, a few Zorips. Oof. Love to keep these alive. It doesn't really matter. I don't think they ever come back or reward you or anything if you do, but it just feels nice. But boy, them charging forward like that is making it unlikely. Oof, as was that miss. Here's a bug I really wish they'd fix in one of these updates where in turn-based mode in the combat log, people just continuously engage sometimes so you can't read anything. Gotta pause. What did I... 43 accuracy, okay. My healing will affect them. Some games it does, some games it doesn't when you get random allies. I never... No, good, it does get them.
Following your lead. Let's end this!
Set myself up to flank my ally here rather than one of the enemies. Oh well.
Your tale ends here!
Aye?
What? Let's burn this away!
Hey. You're not getting through me. Aye? I shall deal with this one.
Yeah!
Excellent.
Spot on.
Oof, nice shot.
How may I help? Hey.
What?
Ooh, that's a big hit. Doing a lot of damage to Hadar.
Let's end this!
Yes?
What? Let's burn this away!
How may I help? I shall deal with this one.
Following your lead.
And this thing's hard to hit.
Proactive!
I don't even know what its deflection is yet. Gotta kill some of them to fill that in. I can also just look at the combat log. Apparently it's 57 under the circumstances. Kind of you just to stop by and speak, my western friend. And now Maoas stands before you, his hair matted and once bright clothes in ruins. Equally ruined is his face, patching of thin scars crossed by broader wounds. Haven't seen another kith since my ship went down. I do not suppose you are looking to lighten your purse. What are you selling? The ship's cargo, goods from the Deadfire, a few personal trinkets, all of the highest quality. I wouldn't sell them, but without coin, how am I to return to my homeland? You were shipwrecked? Aye. We were transporting goods from the Deadfire to Defiance Bay, when a storm took us off course and ran us aground here. Only I survived. He frowns a moment, but then shakes his head, clearing the expression. You should consider sailing the islands of the Deadfire, friend. No more beautiful a realm exists in the whole of the world. Well, in the unlikely event that I survive this permadeath attempt, I might just do that. Let me see your wares. Of course. Alrighty, now's where we need to sell a bunch of junk. There's some way to do this in mass. Well, I could control-click to do that, but I don't know if that... Yeah, it doesn't seem to actually do anything. It just highlights them in a way that is non-functional. Alright, mass. Click, rapid tap. Seems to be the only way. All the junk. And don't need the S-stock either. Under the scale armor. I don't think there's ever a reason to have these hides. Rid of 2 of my torches. I'll hold on to 1. I don't think there's ever a reason to care about having 1, but feels like maybe you could potentially. Alrighty. Grand. Get rid of that. Learn spells from other grimoires you find, or teach them to Aloth anyway, since I'm not a wizard, but that one doesn't look very useful, which is perfect. That gives me just enough money to buy what I was hoping to get here. One-Eyed Melina's Gold-Fingered Spike Flinger, the Soul-Bound Enchanted Arbalist. I'll look through Punamu's inventory a little bit more thoroughly in the future when I have more money, but for now that's all I need. It'll greatly slow down how many turns I'm getting, but in return I get a very large increase in damage, and when I crit, I can knock people over, or even just hit. And if I bind my soul to it... Now, only Chie can use it, but it will slowly get better. Specifically, I need to prone 10 times, which is likely to take quite some time. Give him the enchanted bow. Certainly go through and sell some more junk. I will probably never really sell gold gear. It just feels wrong to do, and it never really sells for enough anyways. But other than that, I'll probably sell mostly everything I find. And I might sell some gold stuff if I really need money at some specific juncture of the game, of course. And here's Renga, who we were sent to by, what was her name, Afra? Oh, I never returned to Trumbull after that. I need to do that. Yes, Afra. You find yourself facing a towering Aomao woman. Her skin is the warm gold brown of a dying sunset, with pale, fish-white patches at throat and hands. Wavy red-brown hair pulled into tight braids around a stripe of bare skin that follows the curve of her skull, flows down over her broad shoulders.
Welcome.
Have you come for medicines and craftsworks, or to share the fire? Afra sent me here. She says that you know some way to ensure that her child is not a hollowborn. More of Lord Rajik's frightened flock, she nods slowly. We're kind to come all this way. Poor Offra must be beside herself. I imagine she gave you something for payment? Whatever it is, you keep it. I don't need coin. I need you to do something for me instead. There's a Zorat tribe to the northeast, led by one of their priests. Anna was exiled from there some time ago, and their scouts still lurk about this place, waiting for an opportunity to end his life. The Zorat lets out a rattling squawk, head drooping. One day, I will have to go for supplies, and I will come back to find my assistant slain. How will I help anyone, then? She shakes her head. You rid me of this nuisance, and I will do what I can for Offra, and throw in something for you, too. Alrighty, I'll be back when it's done. Good, good. Find them easily enough, I think. She smiles, baring sharp teeth. Good luck. Okie dokie. Getting close to a level up like this anytime I get a little bit of experience, it makes me wonder how I didn't just level. Got a ghoul.
Yes?
Oh, that bow's slow enough she doesn't get 2 turns right away, unfortunately, but a lot of damage.
Hey.
One shot that one. That's always satisfying. Wasn't even a crit.
To whispers and shadows.
Oh, if we'd gone this way, we'd have equipped that very, very, very briefly.
Yes?
Oh, excellent. Quite glad that thing died in the one shot there. Oh. This'll be a hard spell to use without the indicators, especially if it goes off afterwards. Really, expert mode really makes mages a lot worse than they might elsewise be. More than it affects fighters or the like.
Hey.
Oof. Eddar's been missing a lot today. Okay, there's no more skirmishers, so at least we don't have paralysis to worry about.
Moe ixi ana. Wehi selmes metu. Let's end this!
Spot on.
Ooh, nice. Wonder if her knockdown effect can proc on the same attack that kills it, and if so, if it counts.
Aye?
For the little, soulbound item mini-quest thing.
Hey.
Following your lead. Proactive!
Well, the bear almost gone down. Doesn't look likely I can stop it from happening, but we'll see.
La Faru beyond seek!
What?
Nice to pull off some weak things with that and heal up a little. Alrighty. My gray is for 27. That's more than most of my team does on a proper hit.
Hey.
Looks like Nanook's gonna survive. Doesn't
Yes.
hugely matter. He's the only thing in this party that can't actually permanently die.
These uns are in for a walloping!
But it's nice to not let him get wounded from death.
Let's burn this away! Yes? Your tale ends here!
How may I help?
These uns are in for a walloping!
Hey.
Verathis!
Yes.
Ah, good. Got a prone.
What? Let's burn this away!
I shall deal with this one.
Your tale ends here!
Hey.
Verathis!
Almost certainly
Yes?
safer and wiser to have had Canis summon his spirit
There's
there,
a
but
lesson to be taught!
with the champion near dead and lying on the floor, I thought it was pretty likely I'd kill it before it gets another turn, and I just might. Excellent. Just barely got it. Yeah. 1 out of 10. I don't 100% remember / know what the upgrades the Soulbound Arbalest gets are, but I remember thinking that they were very good.
I shall be discreet.
Of course, I specifically remember thinking they were very good when I was trying to play a rogue, and one thing about soulbound items is that they can only bind with certain classes. It does not include rogue. I really wanted to use this on a rogue once, and I was annoyed I couldn't. I mean, you can use it, you just can't soulbind it, and if you can't soulbind it, you can't upgrade it. And even after upgrading it, if you unsoulbind it, it loses all of its upgrades. Ooh, I don't like this positioning with Chie a little bit in front there. She might go down here. It's very delicate.
Yes? Hey.
Alright, that's safer.
What? Way sailmace made. Your tale ends here!
Yes.
Even more coming in. I thought that was all of them. Now I just wish there was a way to get multiple charges of Holy Radiance. I swear I would give up all of the clerics and their priest spell casting if it meant I could just get an extra charge of Holy Radiance like every other level. Would almost certainly be objectively worse, but easier to play.
Beyond seek.
And priest spells in general in this game feel overly gimmicky and situational, so I almost never end up using them. Wizard spells are a little bit better with that, but not a lot.
Proactive.
Oh?
Wild that you can
What?
stun, or is it paralyze? I don't remember. Stun. Stun. Wild, you can stun the undead. This game.
Here's a lesson to be taught.
I mean, I guess they're called vessels instead of undead, but effectively what they
Leave
are.
it to me! I shall deal with this one.
Following your lead. For Takoa! Let's burn this away!
Hey. You're not getting through me.
Oh? Finish them!
Aye?
These ones are in for a walloping!
Vomited blood. Not sure I knew about that. Oh, killed off Nanook. Give him a severe burn.
Here's a lesson to be taught.
Hey. Leave it to me!
Following your lead. Proactive!
Another big enough AoE to hit Chie from all the way over there while also hitting most of the people down here. That's a huge attack.
Damn it!
Ooh,
Gotta take better care of Aloth.
Aloth went down from damage
Hey.
over time effect.
Leave it to me!
What?
Looks like we're going to be resting, so I might as well blow through some of my spells as I feel like.
Let us end this!
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Of all the junk I just got. Definitely not enough to buy anything else I want. Next thing I want from him is probably either the Company Captain's Hatch or the Belt of the Rail Deadfire Cannoneer. They're both very good once you... They are also soulbound, though they at least bind to any class. And once you fully upgraded them, they're probably best in slot for belt and hat, respectively, for pretty much any character in the game. There might be a weird corner case where you'd prefer something else, but they're quite good.
Good day, stranger.
Is it done? Am I rid of the interminable squawking of the Zorps? Free! No, Tana, I don't mind yours. Yep, they're all dead. Good. I tired of their feeble attempts to surprise us. Here, for your trouble. And now we can get underway with my part of the bargain. I'll get started on the mixture, but I need one more ingredient. Some spores from the creatures in that cave there. 2 points north of our little stretch of the beach. Orling, as they call them. A useful material. I need one for the mixture. You're welcome to any others you find. Alright, I'll go find them. Good. I will prepare the rest while you are gone. Once you return, it should not take very long to finish. Once again, half surprised I didn't level up, but only 400, and I think that's, divided amongst party members, so 5 of us.
See what I can find.
Not very much at the end of the day. Of course, an odd decision in this game is that you don't gain experience for combat. I get the impetus behind it to make it so that avoiding combat is valid as well, but due to, money and loot being a thing, it's still just more rewarding to do every combat, and as such, the lack of experience in combat just makes combat itself feel slightly less engaging and fun than it would, at least to me, if you got experience.
What?
Oh hey, Brance has a shield now. Nice. My glitch must have fixed itself at some point, or maybe when I switched... I think I switched him from a small shield to the large one at some point, and that must have fixed it. Didn't notice. Till just now.
I shall be...
Oh?
I recall it's possible to kill this one that patrols without angering the rest of them, though I will kill them all, even though I only need to do the one just for the previously mentioned possibility of finding loot. And I'll just wait for it to come to us. If we chase it out there, it'll definitely gauge the rest of them.
Following your lead. Let's end this!
Yes?
What?
Hey. How may I help?
Following your lead.
I was going to wait for Chie to finish it off, but it just died of AoE, or of DOT.
To whispers and shadows.
I was going to just attack with Chie and lure them back that way, but I think it's unwise now with her Arbalest. She's slow enough, she might get caught out and just absolutely destroyed.
Aye?
The best option to do this with, probably at our... Well, he's also using a crossbow. Who's using something faster? Is their ranged attack?
Yes?
Yeah, okay, it'll be Aeloth.
Indeed. Indeed. I shall deal with this one.
Yes. Yes.
Yes? Hey.
Yeah, the big ones, the other reason I'm fiddling around like this, these big dank spores can't move, so I want to fight everything from around the corner from them. I don't have to deal with all of them at once. Warlings aren't... They do a decent amount of damage on hit, but they aren't too dangerous. They don't have a lot of gimmicky nonsense. The big ones, Confuse or Charm or something, I can't remember which. Jesus, 70 damage, that is nice. Get us with some accuracy up.
Your tale ends here!
How may I help?
Of course, because the spores are just waiting every turn, they get their turns back really quick, which is kind of an annoyance in the whole turn-based system. On the other hand, it's very exploitable, since I will be able to, as you will see in a moment, kind of poke my head out, shoot at them, and then run back out of their range over and over again in order to kill them with complete impunity. It can be quite dangerous outside of turn-based, although even outside of turn-based, you could just have someone like Canna summons phantoms at them over and over and over again until they die.
Hey. Leave it to me! Aye?
Let's have it out!
What? Let's burn this away! Following your lead. For Takoa!
Hey, you're not getting through me. Aye?
Let's have it out!
Yes.
I need to be a bit closer, I think their range is right around here-ish.
How may I help? I shall deal with this one.
Oh? Spot on!
Hey.
If I was patient enough, the ideal
Not
thing to do
getting
would
through
probably
me.
be to only use Chie here, so she gets more
Yes?
chances at proccing her
Roak
knockdown effect on her bow. Therefore, unlock its second tier of abilities faster. I would have bet anything the ghost was immune to confusion, but I would have been wrong. Well, runs off quickly and he gets to attack anyways.
Yes? Roak 10!
That might be close enough for them to hit Canna. That would be annoying.
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this.
Oh, and that was definitely close enough. He was way too far away
These ones are in for a
to
walloping!
start with. Well, it's close enough anyways. Might as well charge everything in.
Oh?
Hey.
Yeah! Following your lead. Your tail ends here!
Let's have it out!
Following your lead. Let's end this!
Let us end this!
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this one.
Excellent.
Don't you have other matters to attend?
Following your lead.
Certainly.
I'll see what I can find.
Now here's something.
Ooh, a magic wand. I'll give that to Aloth, since his class gets some abilities that let him get bonuses with wands, even though I don't think I will ever actually use said abilities, or learn rather. There's one to duration of hostile effects for 5 turns. I mean, the problem with that is most what you would want it to use it on are like stuns or like, I don't know, maybe if you use it before the stun applies, it's just immunity. If so, that's decent. Though it's still so situational, you have to know what you're up against. I'm always terrible at using things where it's like, well, you just need to know. It's like when D&D, everyone always says, oh, well, wizards are so much better than sorcerers because they can cast every spell and therefore always have the right thing for the circumstance. And it's like, well, yeah, if you know exactly what's coming up next, they can. Otherwise, they're just kind of worse. The sorcerer can at least decide, well, I needed 4 magic missiles today, and none of my, sleeps. Whereas the wizard might have had a sleep,
Good
and then he
day,
goes up against
stranger.
nothing but elves and undead. I prefer the momentary versatility, generally. Careful with those sporelings. They have a way with the mind. Ranga taps her temple lightly. Why the spores are so useful, really. Here you go. So you do. Excellent. Give one here, and I'll add it to the cauldron. This should not take long. The mixture is ready. Take this to Offra. Tell her to drink it before bed, as it induces sleep. She would find herself more energetic in the mornings. Tell her to eat more fish and cheese. The potion will sustain a healthy appetite. Grant her strength. She's a rather frail woman, from what I remember of her. Wait, I thought this was a cure. I can tend to ailments of the body. I cannot cure an affliction of the soul. Certainly not one inflicted by the gods. Ranga crosses her arms. I have explained many times. People will believe what they want. So let her believe. Perhaps that will help. Faith is a powerful thing. In the meantime, she will feel much improved. And if her child should not be claimed by the legacy, then it will be born healthy. That I will promise. Fine, I'll be going then. I have done what I can, as promised. Tell Offra I wish her well.
Yes.
Still not enough money to be bothered with doing more shopping. I don't think. I could sell a bunch of my semi-superfluous stuff, like the fine weaponry and the ranged slots of people who primarily melee, and like 400 each. Got 3 of them, so it's 1,600. Maybe get another 200 or 300 total. Yeah, no, it's not enough. Not enough to buy anything worthwhile. So I'll just hang on to the gear for now. Done here, it looks like, and so agonizingly close to a level. Tough choice. I could go back to Gilded Vale, hand in some quests to get a level, then go to Black Meadow, which is definitely the wiser choice. Part of me wants to just go do Black Meadow, because it also has a quest to hand into Gilded Vale, but I'm going to go with the safer choice. If only I had remembered to hand in that quest at the mill first. It would have put me over the level up, and then I would have been able to go finish off Black Meadow before bothering to return. And I'll do that now before I forget.
Gods keep you.
You're back. Have you had any luck with Swainer? I have no idea what sort of voice I gave Trumbull. Not that I'm good at voice acting anyways, but I've been vaguely trying to give voices to different characters that I speak with in short duration with each other so that they have some degree of separation. I think I've mostly failed. I spoke to Swainer. And what did he say? I've convinced him to leave your family in peace. Why, that's great news. Wasn't sure you'd get through to him. Are out of their minds with drink half the time. I owe you a great debt. Here. Pulls a coin purse from his hip and pushes it towards you. Today's earnings, to show my appreciation. You can be sure I'll let everyone know what you've done for me. I keep it. You're having a hard enough time. And realistically, I'm sure it's only like 30 copper or something irrelevant to the game like that. You're a generous soul, friend, and we'll have you to thank for making it through the coming year. Safe travels, and may you find favor with the gods. And a level up. Oh, only a level up with Chie, nobody else. Oh well. More mechanics. Tough. Part of me really wants to get some stealth as well, as it's nice to have your mechanics person be able to stealth ahead of the group and disable traps sometimes, but I don't think I'm going to have the points to do that in a useful extent due to the fact that the ranger class's bonuses are to survival. And I think the origin I picked was to athletics. Might end up picking up a little bit of mechanics on... Oh, forgotten his name. Aloth. On Aloth, since I know I'm mostly focusing on stealth with him. Get a few points in mechanics. I believe wizards get a bit of a bonus to mechanics by default. I could be wrong, I don't know. I'll have to look at it when he gets a level next. So I think I'll just focus on mechanics, have this character be my, like, super mechanic specialist, and then get a lesser one that can sneak ahead for traps as well. I'll put one more point in athletics, get a little bit of athletics here and there. Just so that my second wind can more or less fully heal me. I don't have a lot of health, so that should be pretty easy. I don't know what the formula is for second wind healing, Apparently it's 30 right now. 25. It's just plus 5 each time. Wow, that is actually less than I thought. I figured it would be some multiple of your level, or maybe it is a multiple with your might. I doubt it. It wouldn't be such a nice round number if it was, but it doesn't tell me here. Other than that, I don't think athletics ever does anything, so maybe I just... You know what, for now, I'll just not bother. A point in mechanics that I'll save the extra 3 points for making decisions with later. And once again, I wish Rangers had more talents, because I would love to get a lot of this. Vicious Companion would be nice. Accurate Wounding Shot would be kind of nice. I wouldn't get it unless I had spares, because I'm definitely going to get as a Weapon Focus Soldier to get to my Arbalest an extra plus 6 accuracy. That'd be way better than getting plus 10 on the 2 wounding shots per fight I get. I'll just get plus 6 to everything. Can also get Marksman eventually to get plus 5 against distant enemies. I already get essentially that same ability as a Wood Elf, but it would stack for plus 10. But for now, just straight up plus 6 on my Arbalest. And for melee weapons, that encourages me to use a greatsword, a pike, or a warhammer. So I'll have to keep my eyes out for that. I think greatswords are one of those ones that has 2 different damage types, which I do like. I'm definitely not using a pike, since that's piercing, and arbalest are also piercing, as are arquebuses. So it's really either a greatsword or a warhammer. I guess warhammer if I find a really nice shield I want to use, also as a greatsword. That should make my character quite accurate now, up to 73 accuracy. My next highest is 43. Almost double it. Although, he is a level behind, thanks to being 70 somewhat experience behind, which will go away when we hand in the next quest. We've got several to hand in. Oh, one of them's right here. And Nuke is up to 80 endurance, which is second only to Edar, although Chie herself is close, so once everyone gains a level, I imagine almost everyone will have more than Nuke. Is, again, a shame. I wish I could give him gear or something. Not even if it was like all slots, just 1 or 2. I think, was it Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous added gear slots for your animal companions,
Certainly.
but only a couple of them. It was quite nice. Ingrid. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing 2 bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Hail and well met.
Can we help? He looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this woman, Naughton? Naughton coughs. Yes, we met in the Valewood. I warned her about the bear? He inclines his head. Good to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? I know what really happened in that bear cave, Naughton. The color drains from Naughton's face. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks to Naughton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Naughton shakes his head minutely, see a tremble in his hands. What would make you suggest such a thing? Why did you do it? He was your friend. My friend? He was cruel enough man to his friends. You didn't know him. You wouldn't defend him if you did. Hand falls to his sword belt. Johnson, wait. Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearly, my husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. He looks away, expression pained. Johnson, we met and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. Some coin saved up. You could have it. Only you'll let us go. Keep the money. Use it to start your new life. Ingrid blinks, surprised. Then, thank you. Truly, I'm glad you understand. Only here, take this at least. I hope it brings you luck. We have a long journey ahead of us. You have gained a minor ring of deflection. I wish you well on your travels, stranger. We won't forget this. There we go, everyone leveled up. It's odd how they all have very, very minorly different experience levels. I don't know how the experience sharing in this game works to create that effect, because I know they all more or less share experience whenever anything happens, but there must be some tiny amount of things that share less, or maybe they just all start with some slightly random offset. Either way, it's very strange. Before we level them up, let's see. +5 deflection ring. I'll, of course, go on Edar, I think. Well, there's an argument to throw it on Chie, just because she's the one that's most important to survive. Her deflection is so bad, and well, especially her her damage reduction is terrible. She's essentially the only one that doesn't have any damage reduction, so I think I will give it to her, even though there's an argument I shouldn't. What are you getting +1 damage reduction from? Is that just not in her clothing? You just have 1 base damage reduction no matter what? +1 damage reduction. +1 damage reduction. Huh. That is interesting. Can't right-click here to get more information or anything. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just +1 damage reduction. Nothing. I guess everyone just has 1 by default. That very odd. Wouldn't have guessed that. Never looked at it that closely before. Oh. Yeah, he does have 1 mechanics by default, apparently. +1 from Wizard. But he is mostly focusing on stealth. Oh, when I put some in lore, apparently. I don't remember. Oh, no, I put some in athletics. That's right. He just has a lot of lore because he's got both +2 from Wizard and +2 from being a Gentry. And I dropped 1 in... Yeah, so just stealth for now. I will... Oh, what the hell. I'll toss 1 into mechanics. And once again, level 3 spells kind of seem bad, or level 2 spells rather, kind of seem bad, mostly because none of them resolve instantly. They all have a cast time, and the cast times in turn-based mode make it very difficult to aim them a lot of the time, especially in expert mode, but even outside of that. Rolling Flame can just be suicide. It bounces in such chaotic and random ways. Ray of Fire can be nice. Necrotic Lance, decent solid damage. It is... have the problem a lot of things in this game have, that the things you would most want to hit with it usually have high fortitude, and like a lot of the big individual hits are like, oh, it targets fortitude. Mirror Image could be good. That's an instant one. Lasts a long time. I don't generally think of using him as a tanky type, but I do, you know, give him a shield and armor and send him to the front lines, as I do with basically everyone other than Chie, so... Sure, let's grab Mirrored Image and hope I actually remember to use it in circumstances where it is helpful. Rest. Generally much prefer the per encounter abilities to per rest ones. Don't much care for Grimoire Slam. I honestly don't know why, I just always kind of forget to use it. Blast passively improves his attacks with wands, rods, and scepters, but again, I just never think to use those because I like to have like to have more people engaging the enemies to help keep them locked down so they don't do weird things, which is why the main reason why I heavily favor having a lot of melee characters. I don't hate the idea of getting, like Ghost Hunter, just bonus damage against spirits. You can also get it against vessels, primordial, beasts, etc., etc., etc. But ghosts are often the most annoying enemies, particularly in the early, or spirits rather. The stunning ghost that Canna can summon are also just present throughout a lot of the game, plus there are those lightning orbs that count as spirits, and they do confuse your party, and while Eddar is immune, nobody else is, so that's not a terrible idea. Of course, there's also an argument to just grab some fortitude, or will, or reflexes, or even... Well, no, not that, but sword and shield style maybe. Just an extra 6 deflection, and an extra 12 reflex, I guess, with his current shield, and it would only go up over time. It does mean if I grab that he's pretty much married to the sword and shield style, whereas right now he's a bit more fluid, and I could see myself giving him like a quarterstaff or something if I found one with an interesting enchantment. I don't remember the itemization in this game outside of the very, very early bits at all, so I don't know what I'm going to find. Or, of course, I could go for the good old just, hey, you get plus to burn damage. Doesn't really do much of that now, but next level he will learn Fireball, and it will be his main level 3 spell, very likely, for a while. Marksman, unlike the Elf's innate passive, which gives accuracy with spells, only works with ranged weapons. Kind of poorly phrased here, since the description mentions that it only works with ranged weapons, but when you go down to the effects, it just says +5 accuracy against distant enemies. It really should say +5 accuracy with ranged weapons against distant enemies, because it doesn't work with spells. That's it. Get very paralyzed with indecision sometimes. I've even seen, circumstances where it feels like it's wise just to grab Acolyte's Radiance on him. A little bit of healing from him is nice, and just a once per fight thing that gives him something to do when he's out of other things to do, and it absolutely greatly strengthens the team against vessels. But I mean, already one of these against vessels is pretty good. If it was against vessels and spirits, I would take it in a heartbeat. That is one of the weird things about this game is there's two things that a lot of us are probably just used to thinking of as undead and abilities like Acolyte's Radiance. If you come from like a D&D style background, you probably think of as, oh, that deals damage to undead things. But no, it's only vessels and not spirits, which, unfortunate. I'm just going to take the fire, I think. Even though he doesn't really do anything with fire yet, I definitely will eventually do a lot of fire. Oh, I'm already talking myself out of it mentally. No, I'll just take it. Be done with it. I could always respec later. At least I assume I can respec later. It's possible expert mode just bans respecs. I have not looked into that. I probably should. Just in case. Can I go back? Yeah, Ghost Hunter it is. I hate spirits. They are so dangerous a lot of the time. Although I wish it gave some plus accuracy against them as well as damage. +5 accuracy, +25% damage. That'd be nice. Alright, more athletics probably. Just keep getting his second wind up. Doesn't really have anything else he wants to do. I mean, I do want to get his lore up to at least 4 is when you can use resurrection scrolls, if/when I find those, so toss one there as well. If this doubled the knockdown uses, I'd be a lot more interested in it. Or +1 to uses, and then like +5 accuracy. In general, talents for fighters feel a bit weak in the early game. They get some really good ones later, though. I haven't taken a weapon focus with him, I don't think, right? Yeah, no, I haven't. Otherwise, there'd be one fewer of them. So there's certainly that. I took sword and shield style last time with him, which is good. Hold the line's arguably decent too for him, though I think he'll get some passive fighter features that do similar later, and or weapons. Not 100% on that, but I think so. I don't think there are any one-handed weapons that have the dual damage types, or maybe swords do. But I've already got swords on Durance. The hatchets give bonus deflection, which is nice, though I do specifically remember learning that there's just no good hatchets in the game. Sabers are what he starts with, which in a weird way makes me think that they're like his thing, but they don't really matter. Soldiers with more hammers for one-handed, yeah. I like rapiers. Who else would use rapiers? I could see making Canna use rapiers. They get bonus accuracy. Certainly has trouble hitting things. It's silly, but the fact that they're called noble weapons honestly makes me not want it, solely because I feel like Eder would be the type of person to not want to be associated with nobility. Yeah, screw it. I'll take him into swords. Usually a safe bet in these sorts of games that basic swords will be amongst the more common weapon types. I don't know, I have a spare one lying around yet, but I'll have to buy one. Durance is probably the character I'm most likely to ditch once I find my 7th party member, though I don't really remember. I remember who party member number 6 who joins us. Number 7 might depend on the order of operations that you do things in, and I don't know who or where. But this is definitely what I'll take from this one. Just plus 10 accuracy with swords and arquebuses, and it grants him a once per rest little fire burst that can be quite nice too. But it's mostly the accuracy, just a free plus 10 accuracy. I mean, if you could take that on any non-priest, you would, so it feels silly to not take it on the priest as well. And last but not least, Canna. Looks like I was pumping lore and athletics. Again, lore feels largely worthless. Like, I think every second level you get a new level of scroll you can use with it. I don't know if having higher lore then impacts the potency of the scroll use. It might be like an accuracy boost to offensive ones. That would be my guess. Mechanics does something like that for offensive traps, which I don't think ever successfully used an offensive trap. I have placed traps occasionally when I was feeling afraid and never ended up at luring enemies into it or just plain forgot it existed. Now here's the slightly tough choice. This one has the stun ability, which I don't feel is particularly valuable since he can just summon a ghost that can do that on attacks. Or I can go for the damage reduction, though, as I mentioned before. I think most of the things with loads of damage reduction have high fortitude. And it only lasts 3 turns, which is not very good for a debuff. You want your debuffs to really last, ideally. And that's assuming it does a full hit. If it's a graze, I'm sure it's 1 turn, 1.5. I'm going to go with the Thrice Was She Wronged and Thrice Justly Avenged. Just deals decent chunk of shock damage 3 times, and the fact that it gets 3 separate rolls means, you know, if you have bad accuracy, at least one of them is likely to hit. And it gives him something to do when he doesn't want to summon the ghost. Mostly like near the end of a fight. Almost any time earlier in the fight is better off summoning the ghost. Or if I'm fighting something that's immune to cold damage or immune to stun. Able to recite phrases more quickly, allowing them to use... I have absolutely no idea how this actually works with the turn-based mode. I've futzed around in turn-based a bit, but I've not played far enough into the game for brisk recitation to start actually having an impact. But then I barely understand how they collect phrases in turn-based mode to begin with. This is another one that kind of feels like a feat tax for Chanters, where this should just be in there by default. That lighting is weird, the way it snaps different when you rotate. But maybe I get something else, I don't know. Certainly don't know what weapon focus I would want with him, and I probably want to get weapon and shield style with him eventually, but wait until I find some decent weapons. I'll just grab more beloved spirits for some more early fight passive healing. What I'd love instead would be like a talent that is plus 25% radius of all of your chants or something. That would be fantastic. But it doesn't exist. Alrighty. Wow. Oh, minus 10 from his shield, and he has terrible perception as well. Right, so maybe it's not even worth bothering to get his accuracy up when it's so bad, but still feels like a decent feat to pick. Alrighty.
Certainly.
They won't be missing those gear because they just left the village. And still have 2 more quests to hand in.
How do you do?
You were some time away. I worried you wouldn't return. Is that it? Have you brought it? Offer looks at you hopefully. What did Ranga say? I have it. Here it is. You really did it. Oh, bless you, bless you. I don't know what I would have done without you. Now my baby will be safe. Offer beams at you. I can't thank you enough. Yeah, but you should know something about that potion. Offer blinks, looking down at the vial. What do you mean? It doesn't do what you think. Ranga says it'll make you feel better, but that's it. But that's... Offer's happiness quickly fades, but everyone said... He looks away. I should have known. I've been so stupid. How could I think? I'm sorry I wasted your time. You don't know that your child will meet the same fate. Perhaps this is best left to chance. You're right, I shouldn't turn to such methods. Maybe there may still be another way. She seems to deflate a little, her face wary. I won't take the potion, but thank you all the same for acquiring it for me. Here, take this. You can keep what remains of Rango's payment too, and take this as well. It was hay sorts. I've been holding on to it, but I think it'll do you more good. I suppose all I can do now is pray. Perhaps the gods will be kind. Another cloak of minor protection. Brawl. We'll toss that on to Trance. Good lord, my will save is terrible.
Good day, stranger.
Oh, it's you. Tinfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tinfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen, she laughs. So what would you like? Just see the options. Am I allowed to retrain? It does look like I'm allowed to retrain on expert mode. That is almost surprising. I could easily have seen that being one of the things that they get rid of. Does much. Ah, it's you, my savior. So good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Yay. Where is even the crafting menu? Do I need to be able to camp? I have no idea. Ah, there it is, crafting. Guessing it was this. Never in a million years use these things. Well, the duration is long. It's not long enough. 50 turns, that's quite some time, but... And I mean, I assume it's 6 seconds per turn, probably out of combat. It really should have just made it until next rest, but then only let you have one. I assume you already only can have one, probably, but... Another one of the mechanics I've largely just never interacted with, because I don't like buffs that don't last more or less indefinitely. Especially when they use a bunch of consumables. Limited quantity. Like, am I really going to go through the effort of making sure I have the right ingredients to make my favorite dinner when it's only going to last just long enough to run out before the boss in a dungeon or the like? Fiddly beyond belief. Right. Go finish up this quest in the Black Meadow. Well, clear out all of the Black Meadow, really. I haven't done anything here yet. After this, we'll be done with the... Oh, I did a whole bottom half. That's good. But after this, we'll be done with all the wilderness areas before Caed Nua.
I'll see what I can find.
That one level's making me feel a lot more bold.
Yes? Hey.
What?
This one has a pretty big AoE, I think. 0.5 meters. God, who knows what that is in video game parlance. I think that'll hit everyone. Even when they move forward a bit. Well, maybe not Adder. He has to move forward a fair bit to try and keep these trolls where they are. I don't want them to move too much. Keep them all in a nice big clumpy lineup.
Following
Excellent.
your lead. Let's end this!
Yes?
Might be a waste. I don't really think I need this, but go for it anyway. Blind 3 of them. Well, raised 2 of them, unfortunately. In the elect, they won't get 2 turns. And on a hotkey, because otherwise I will straight up forget that it exists.
Proactive!
I already never used the skeleton one, since it just feels worse, even if it summons 3 of them instead of the 1. They'll pretty much die in one shot, don't have a stun effect, and do such small damage that it barely feels worth clicking to attack with them.
Yes?
And did barely any damage too, but at least it's stunned.
Hey. You're not getting through me.
These uns are in for a walloping!
Yes? Sacre blue!
That was nice. Ooh, big hit. Well done, Nanook.
Oh? Let us end this!
Even bigger crit. Well done, Chie.
Hey. You're not getting through me. How may I help?
These uns are in for a walloping!
I'll let Margaret's fire bless this one.
I do not know why that troll did not attack. Like, this one was stunned, but that one I don't think was. It just got up and chose not to attack for some reason.
Hey. Leave it to me! How may I help? I shall deal with this one.
There's a lesson to be taught.
Oh? Spot on!
How may I help?
No luck on knocking them prone, unfortunately.
You're not getting through me. I shall be discreet.
These can, I guess, just residual fade out from the trolls. Never know what a good way to start this combat is. Feels like anytime I try to be clever with it and open up with a specific strategy or volley, I just screw myself over. Kinda wish I could cast my buffs before combat starts, but no luck there.
Selmes metum.
Certainly.
Aye? Lava!
Nice.
Arthur, Worthen,
Ooh,
Raw.
that hurt.
Following your lead. Let's
Arthur, Worthen, Raw.
Oh, that had a lot of range. Cast that scavenger. That one did, huh? Weird.
Moeth Ixiana.
Lavaru, Bian, Seek.
Sunbeam. I don't know if I'm allowed to see where. My guess would be trying to cast it on Chie again, since it already Nature's marked her. Let's see if we can knock down. Excellent.
Oh?
Pull the caster before she does anything stupid again.
Yes? Proactive!
I shall...
Oops. Wasn't who I thought it was. Oh well.
Let's burn this away! For it! Yes? Your...
Yes.
Aye?
These...
Let's burn this away!
You're not... Aye?
Let...
I think this might just kill him rather than bothering to summon it. It did not, though it did interrupt him at least. He can probably finish him off. No.
What?
Oh.
Let's...
Yes?
Really looks like it should be pathable to get just sneak by into nuke there, but apparently not. I want Aelith to go in and block Edar, who's going to hit
Hey.
much better. Oh, he's not fit in there either. Oh, nope. Oh, the pathfinding and the like is really finicky at times. There we go.
Yes?
These are...
Hey.
Yeah! Yes? For Takoa!
Wooden... Oh, no. Oh. Wait. Sword. I took sword proficiency, right? 37? No, yeah, 43. Yes, excellent. Now he has 2 damage types, which I really like having 2 damage types. I wish I could get a really good bow that does, but as far as, well, there's 2 in the game, but they don't. There's problems with both of them. One has gotten very, very late. One of them has reduced range, and has gotten relatively soon, but also just isn't a particularly special outside of the dual damage types. Of course, there's nothing saying a ranger couldn't use, like, a wand, which has dual damage types, but just not a fan. They have lower range as well. I like having a large range, even as is, I believe, the Arbalest and most other bows have 12 meters of range, and even at that, it often feels like Chie
What if
should
we
be able to
heal?
hit at a longer range than she can. Like here, I don't. She can hit without moving. Oh, not in this case she can. Look at me just being wrong. I had a single extra prone yet? No, just the first one that I got ages ago.
Yes?
I always get excited when I've got the bound weapons trying to level up new things and check it more frequently than I probably should. Especially since there's not much I can do about it. I could go out of my way to only let her attack so that she's more likely to get the prone effects off, but
There's a
that
lesson
would be
to
quite
taught.
lame.
Your tale ends here.
Let's have it out!
Hey.
Excellent. Always nice for them to hit Nanook since he fully heals after combat, assuming he doesn't
Yes.
get downed.
Spot on.
Ooh, that I activated prone. That's good. It was A, already prone, and B, died, so that lets me... Oh, it doesn't count. I wonder if it was because it died or because it was already prone.
Let's see what
Wondering
lies
if either or both of those circumstances would count. I had hoped it was going to confirm that both of them did. Instead, it has only confirmed that at least one of them doesn't, but I have no way of discerning which.
Yes? Hey.
Either way, I'm assuming I don't get myself killed, it'll eventually get the 10 prone effects off. Well, I shouldn't worry about it, but, you know, just get excited that it's going to happen.
What?
Go obsess over it.
Let's burn this away!
Same way I do when I'm nearing a level and needlessly check my experience every other time I gain experience of any sort.
How may I help?
And I don't think it tells me what the chance of the prone effect is either. It just says chance to do prone on hit or crit.
Following your lead.
One of the things I love about Chanters is that most, if not all, of their invocations have no friendly fire. So you can just kind of blast away. Still possible it would have been smarter to use the ghost so I can get a stun. But it is nice to hit 3 targets.
I shall deal with this one. Hey.
Verathus! I'll let Margren's fire bless this one.
Let's have it out!
Following your lead. Your tale ends here!
Hey. You're not getting through me. Yes? Let's have it out!
I'll let Margren's fire bless this one.
Oh, it activated a prone again, killed it this time, and it wasn't previously prone, so let's see. Okay, so when it's previously prone, it doesn't affect it, but it does if you kill it on the prone affecting attack. That's nice to know. Oh, it says 15% chance to cast prone on hitter. Okay, so 15, that's not too bad. Not good, but it's not terrible.
Yes?
Wish the damage numbers for that showed better, as they'll stack on top of each other and just look like a mess. At least when you only hit one of them, it summarizes it well. Third in the combat log at 31 and a
How
half.
may I help?
Decent for
These ones are in for a walloping!
attack that doesn't use any real permanent resources, but not really that great for a spell overall. Especially since I think these things are pretty low on the reflex. Well, they're not terribly low, they're about average on reflex. Very high fortitude and bad on will. Well, I don't know if that counts any debuffs you might have. He has flanked, which is only effect deflection. I'm guessing this doesn't show the contextual numbers, only the current ones. Never really go into this menu normally because I normally use not expert mode, which just shows all of that information in the top left panel. A nice convenient location so you don't have to constantly go into a sub-menu for no good reason.
Hey.
Verathus! Following your lead.
Not that I want this to just be complaining about expert mode, but I do genuinely think it's kind of just bad design to have expert mode as it exists. I think most of the decisions, or most of the effects expert mode can have are things that either should just be part of the game or shouldn't really be an option. They're either just kind of good ideas or bad ideas, and it really should be, in my opinion, up to the developers more to just make that decision rather than making it an option. Though I recognize many disagree with me on that. My view is that having the option creates a kind of psychological impediment to engaging with the gameplay, as it makes me constantly think, oh, would I be having more fun if I changed this option or not? It can be very difficult to be certain one way or the other. I don't think I'm going to get the opening volley off. Oh, I did.
Yes.
Excellent. So I only graze for accuracy. Wow. 68 over 46. What, I need to roll 8 higher to hit? I believe it is. It's after your accuracy minus your minus their deflection. Then you roll 1d100, I believe it is. And if the 1d100 plus this your accuracy minus their deflection is over 50, it's a hit. I think it is. Not 100% sure. I don't know if it's even said anywhere in the game. But I do like that it's a linear trend between a graze, or a miss, a graze, a hit, and a crit. So the more you increase your accuracy, even after the point where you're hitting basically all of the time, further accuracy increases just make you crit more, which is quite nice. I like that as an idea of making it so that you don't have like a ceiling to how useful accuracy can be.
Following your lead. Let's end this!
Alright,
Yes.
they're both flanked. Get a knockdown.
Spot on.
Oh, excellent. I got a knockdown.
Yes?
I think I'm going to toss a blind. These things can potentially hit really, really hard. Like, probably could one-shot at her. Well, they attack twice per round, but they could probably kill him in one round if you got unlucky enough. You got, like, a crit and a regular non-grazed hit. Doing 50 damage to Kana there. One round. One of them was a crit, so if those were both crits, Kana would have just died in one round. Very dangerous. And that one was blinded when it did it. Oh no, actually the blind went off right afterwards, I think. Or did it? No, it was blinded when it did it. Wow. Oh, and unlike the trolls, these have very good will saves. I assume they were similar to the trolls, but just better.
Spot on.
Another decent hit. I don't think I've broken 100 damage in a single shot yet. I know these things are immune to stun, so I'm not going to bother with Rhaenyra's Ghost. Possible the 2 turns it gets would be better damage. It's hard to say. Unfortunately, the summon's duration is like the only thing in the game that doesn't increase, or the only duration of the game that doesn't increase with intelligence. So, Ana's relatively high intelligence, quite high intelligence really, 18 with items, does not make the summon last longer. I really wish it did. I probably would have played a Chanter as my main character if it did. Oh, I only hit 1. That sucks.
You're not getting through me.
I'm gonna rest soon. I think this will hit them both. It might hit some of my team too, which is a shame if it happens. It did not affect it. 74 total burn damage.
I shall deal with this one.
Nice.
Hey. Leave it to me!
On the most recent patch, they added that thing where when I click after having attacked... Oh, let's do it here. It says action used, and doesn't do anything, which in one hand is nice because it tells you why your character's not doing anything, but before the patch, if a melee character had already attacked and you clicked, they'd still run into melee range. Now I have to... They just stand there instead, which is annoying. Often clicking is how I want to make them run into melee range. Instead, I have to make sure I click on the ground next to the thing.
Yes?
Not a terribly big deal
How may I help?
when you're paying
I
attention,
shall deal with this one.
but it could easily screw me up into something I need to try and make sure I'm cognizant of.
Now here's something.
Flame and sound.
Another fine wand. Potentially a great potion if I would ever remember to use it on the correct circumstances, which is unlikely, but I'll toss it on Kana. Maybe he'll use it. Ring of Fire is a decent spell, especially for somebody who's going to be in melee. You already have a fine wand. Everybody's got fine weapons on their ranged slots except for Durant's, but he's got the arquebus, which is going to be better for him than a wand would be. Prayer against fear, sure. I think that means we're basically done here. There's a exit over here, I think, but don't think it actually leads anywhere different. Oh no, it's not even an exit. Well, sort of is. Nope. Okay, so that's done with Slantless, Valewood, Easternwood, Magran's Fork, Anslog's Compass, Black Meadow, and Madmore Bridge. Pretty much all cleared out. For now, at least. On to Gilded Vale. Gonna hand in that quest, and then I will rest. And then I will probably end it for today and head to the Temple of Aethys in the next session. I seem to be starting to lose my voice from talking for 2.5 hours. Odd how I can do that when I'm not in front of a mic without any problem, but putting a mic in front of me makes my voice just start to scratch after a bit. Ah, you're back. Anything I can help you with? I found that shipment you were waiting on. Why, so you have. This is excellent news. We can finally get back to work and show you real Black Hammer quality. None of these flimsy little swords. Here, I'll give you a taste. He ducks behind the counter and raises with a heavy wooden shield, rises with a heavy wooden shield in hand. Might not have had much in the way of material to work with, but it's still Black Hammer craftsmanship. You go on, you take that. Gain the larder door. And here, some coin for your troubles too. Find anyone with a wagon. I guess they didn't feel iron was worth dying over. He nods solemnly. Perhaps. I certainly hope so, poor fools. I'll have to hire on more hands either way. Don't suppose you want to settle in Gilded Vale. Try some delivery work. He winks. You have my thanks for your assistance, friend. Give me some time to work with the forge, and you'll have your pick of the next run of weapons.
Greetings.
Let's see his wares. First, I'll sell garbage. I'd like to get a few heavier armors, breastplates or the like. I doubt I'll ever care about that wand. Interesting that you can get a pretty decent unique arbalist and a soulbound arbalist both in the first little chunk of the game. That is nowhere near as good a selection for most weapon types. Early on. I don't think he really has anything. I don't have a lot of money, and I should probably start saving my money either for items, the other soulbound items that I can buy, or other stuff that will be revealed in a little bit. Although that the bronze horn figurine would be very nice emergency item to have at hand, but it's so expensive for this part of the game. As is everything. The larder door is excellent. A big shield that grants bash, which basically lets you use it as a weak club. I'm going to give it to Edar. Mostly because when he uses his knockdown, it is a full attack, and now that he has that, he will attack twice, and if either of them hit, there's a chance for the knockdown.
Certainly.
Well as doubling its reliability, which is quite nice to have. I don't know if the dual-wield talents help with that. I've never really bothered to look into that. I should probably do so at some point to figure out, because it's definitely a thing I might consider learning with him if they do affect it. I say they, I think there's only one dual-wielding talent, but if it affects it. Let's get a room. Hate wasting money, but you know what? I am going to splurge and get the bonus perception for the next couple of rests. And the mechanics, which I don't really care about. But the bonus to perception. Always nice. My attack chance high as possible. 21 perception, 21 dexterity. Not half bad. Shame she's an idiot. We're already a decent chunk of the way to the next level, since we were able to hand in so many quests. And And just so I don't forget what I plan to do next time, I'll go head to the Temple of Aethys now, so I can start there. Alrighty, I need to get less awkward at my outros. I've noticed that my last two were almost non-existent. But hopefully you've enjoyed session 3 of my Pillars of Eternity Triple Crown attempt, and if you come back next time, you will see me attempt the Temple of Aethys, and hopefully not die. See you next time.